Halo, sebentar kita cek dulu. Yang paling perlu dicek tuh apa? Audio. Cek dulu ya. Sebentar kita cek dulu. Yang paling perlu dicek tuh apa? Audio. Walaupun audionya kayak apa ya? Ya kayak gitu, tapi ya udah lah ya. Kita lanjut aja. Halo Nuki. Ya, 너무 미쳤네. Halo Yasin, welcome. Suara musiknya aman gak sih? Musik lagi. Suara game. Ya, kayak aman ya. Udah sih. Udah sih kayaknya. Atau audionya mau kita naikin dikit? Nggak tahu, naikin dikit kali ya. Oh iya, bentar ya. Ini mau azan bentar. Ini kan di sini mau azan, jadi kita jeda dulu ya. Jeda dulu. Soalnya mau azan. Hmm, Cek, cek. Halo? Bisa kedengeran nggak ya? Ah, cek, cek. Halo? Bisa kedengeran nggak ya? Bisa ternyata, tapi delaynya lama juga ya. Oke. Udah? Oke. Halo teman-teman semua. Halo. This is your watermelon. Watermelon. Halo teman-teman YouTube. Apa kabar? Tadi ada Nuki, ada Yasin, terus tadi ada teman-teman yang stopping by tapi lagi jeda. Soalnya di sini lagi azan. Kenapa diam ya? Karena ini nih, kenapa itu seringnya kayak jarang live stream, soalnya kalau main itu kadang ditinggal-tinggal gitu. Jadi ya gitu. Oke, bentar ya. Kita update dulu karena banyak yang di setting juga. Tadi audio kayaknya udah oke aja ya, walaupun agak ya tidak jernih, tapi nggak apa-apa ya, suaranya jelas kan ya. Oke. Oh ya, di sini tadi belum sempat ke record atau ke stream waktu Mei ngambil kekuatan es kita ya. Taunya dari mana tuh, dari achievement. Dari achievement ini di sini ada Requiem angin es. Jadi kita udah dapet kekuatan cryo. Oke. Sekarang kita udah cryo girl. Wow. Cryo girl. Oke, nah selanjutnya kita lanjutin perjalanan kita di Snesna ya, karena ini belum selesai. So, let's explore. Oh, ini kita ada.
Excuse me, is there an inn nearby?
Oh, I'm sorry, but they've all closed.
Oh no, udah tutup. Oke, ini kota penghubung perbatasan. Cantik ya. Kayak di sini tuh bahan-bahan besi gitu bersama dengan kota es.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. We're looking for a place to stay.
I can't even afford to warm my own house, let alone run a business.
Oh, kayaknya di sini emang lagi dingin
Yes. Is
Orang-orang di sini
there
dingin
anywhere we
gitu.
can stay around these parts?
I'm afraid not. You'll have to try your luck somewhere else.
Gimana kalian udah pada
All we can
update
do
juga
is wait
nggak?
for the next shipment of Kresnik Crystal to get here.
Kalian udah pada update juga nggak? Udah pada selesai menjelajah Snezhnaya?
Hi there. Do you know if there are any inns still taking guests in this town?
Doubt it. They're probably all closed.
Oh ini
No one has enough
Alicia.
Kresnik Crystal to heat their own homes, let alone a business.
Dia karakter juga kan?
I clocked you a while back.
Alyosha.
You adventurers or something? We don't get many tourists in inland Snezhnaya these days.
Why is that? Because of the snowstorm?
In part. But the bigger reason's Project Stuja. Since it's Her Majesty's will, we have to put up with it whether we like it or not. Oh, sorry. I assumed it was common knowledge by now. Basically, the Tsaritsa is planning something big. Something that requires an enormous amount of energy. Even if they used all the surplus Kresnik Crystal in Snezhnaya, it still wouldn't be enough to meet demand. So, the Vetja passed a resolution requiring all factories and households to reduce their energy consumption. The policy has thus been charmingly named Project Stuja, meaning bitter cold.
Bitter cold? So, like, it's gonna be a cold winter, folks? You're all gonna have to find a way to get through it? That kind of idea?
Pretty much. When you're broke, you scrimp and save. When it's cold, you huddle together for warmth. There's always a way to stretch things out to make ends meet. Trouble is, if you stretch someone out like an elastic band for too long, who knows if they can ever bounce back. You know what? Come with me and see for yourself.
Can you please explain to me why the price of Kresnik Crystal has gone up by 1/3 again? Even as our purchase quota has gone down. You only come here twice a month. This won't even last us a week.
The supply and pricing of Kresnik Crystal are based on current production volumes and price data. We Fatui are only responsible for delivery and security. I'm not in a position to explain to you how the figures are calculated, but I assure you, they are as fair and reasonable as possible.
Oh, so our lives mean nothing to you? How can you expect anyone to survive a single night in this weather without heating?
Since you insist on making me repeat myself every single visit, I will remind you again.
Kenapa?
There is no monopoly on the trade of Kresnik Crystal. You are free to purchase the shortfall from elsewhere on the market.
What market? Nobody else is selling! And when they do, they charge 8 times the normal rate! It's robbery is what it is!
Which is why the Snezhnegrad Veche passed a resolution to support border communities. Without which, you wouldn't even be able to buy Crystal from us to
Seperti di
begin with.
suatu negara.
So if you're here just to argue, move aside and let the next person in line come forward. Everyone's feeling the cold here.
You...
All right, everyone, let's calm down for a second. A few words, if I may. We're all subjects of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, and I'm sure every one of us is dedicated to her great cause. We all know how cold it is. And the more it snows, the harder life gets. Everyone's struggling already. Let's not make things even more difficult for each other.
But Liaison Shishkin, there's clearly something wrong with this quota. I have a family in Marepasak who tell me they can buy at least double our Crystal allotment.
Oh, believe you me, I had the same reaction when I first saw the numbers. Couldn't believe what I was reading. I even wrote a letter to confirm the true figures, but... Still, You must understand that calculating these energy quotas is a complicated balancing act. They have to factor in population, town size, industrial application. Our top priority must be to keep the largest Kresnik's torch burning continuously. Only then can we sell the remaining crystal for household use, and in doing so, we must make sure that everyone is treated fairly. As our Fatui comrades said, they are only responsible for delivering the goods. They need to keep accurate records, and they do not have any authority to modify the rates or quotas.
That's right. Our duty is to do things by the book.
Mel lagi speedrun
Tell you
aja
what,
sih. Enggak speedrun
listen.
juga ya?
I know how
Dia
anxious
kayak,
and upset everyone is.
lagi
As a matter of
belajar
fact, I was just
senasnaya,
discussing it with the mayor. What we
dan
can do
sedang
is open the lower
memikirkan
combustion chamber of the
apakah perlu
Kresnik's
ke
torch to the
Odette
public. You can come to me directly to
atau
register,
menunggu
and I will
Sarita.
allocate time slots
Karena kan
accordingly.
kita ini ya,
I can't guarantee there will be ample energy for household use. But we can at least make sure you'll be
Surya.
able to boil water and cook food each
Surya.
day. Let's hang in there and make this work together. All right?
Fine.
Surya
I don't see
jujur
any alternative.
udah lama sih nggak
So,
main ke orang.
this is Project Stuja in
Apa
action,
kabar
huh?
ya Surya ya? Kita udah
No
sampai ke
wonder nothing's open for business.
tahap tunangan, tapi
People
belum
are
sampai
barely
nikah
getting
sih.
by.
Belum, kita belum satu rumah. Cuman kemarin itu lamaran gitu. Tapi iya belum nikah, belum.
You were looking for an inn, right? For your,
Jadi Surya belum
Faye
sih.
friend?
No, enggak terlupakan kok. Cuman
Paimon's not a fae.
dia kan suka game yang kayak
Paimon, she must have
sejenis
caught a
koral
cold or
gitu
something.
kan.
We only just
Nah,
got to
sejenis
Snezhnaya,
koralnya ini
and
adalah
we're still getting used to the climate.
Luma
I
Island.
have a small place in Stratomaros.
Luma
I don't stay there
Island.
very
Jadi,
often though, so it's pretty
kita lagi main
basic.
Luma Island
But
sama
if you're not picky,
Paldia. Kalian
you're
tau
welcome
nggak
to rest there
Paldia?
for now. It's not
Paldia
much,
itu
but I've
juga
got blankets and a warm
mirip
fire.
kayak koral tuh kan
Are you
lebih
sure?
3D
Oh,
gitu. Apa?
That's really kind of you.
3D? 4D? Kayak lebih real gitu.
Alright then.
Cuman
This way.
sekarang lagi ngejar Genshin, jadi lagi main Genshin dulu ya.
Hello,
Ooh,
I'm Alosha.
Oh my god.
I'm a hunter. Though, if you've
Kita
talked to
dapat
any highwaymen,
Alyosha.
you might have heard a different
Oh
side to my
God,
story.
so cool.
But
Oh
anyway,
my
let's keep that between us for now.
God. sama serigalanya juga tuh, sama wolfinya juga. Keren banget. Parah, udah tunangan habis itu di ghosting. Enggak. Cuman dijeda aja. Cuman dijeda aja ya. Enggak ditinggalin. Kita bisa dapet Alyosha ya. Kita cek Alyosha dulu. Alyosha. Gimana ya? Kok nggak bisa lihat karakter sih? Nggak salah. Oh. Dar. Kita lihat sedikit detail, walaupun ngasihnya resolusinya medium, tapi nggak apa-apa. Oh my god, lucu banget, Wolfie. Salah, maaf. Dijeda 1 tahun, iya sih. Emang sukanya gitu. Materialnya belum ada ya. Oke. Oh iya benar, avatar baru Alyosha. Gak usah ya. Ya kita lanjut aja. Kayaknya sih. Oh, bentar. Oh, main karakter kita udah nggak ada, udah berpindah ke party, ke tim party. Berarti ini udah agak selesai gitu ya buat questnya. Benar kah?
All geared up.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Alosha. I'm a hunter. Though, if you've talked to any highwaymen, you might have heard a different side to my story. But anyway, let's keep that between us for now.
Okay. Nice. By the way, kita belum klaim. Kita klaim dulu aja karena tadi itu kan masih si traveler. Jadi kita klaim dulu aja. Tapi kita ingetin dulu di mana lokasi kita. Oh, oke, masih di kota ya. Yaudah kalau gitu kita ke Mondstadt dulu aja. Kita
Come take a look. There will definitely be something that catches your eye.
siapa jeda 5 menit ya?
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Haven't you heard?
Ad Astra. Thank you for complete. Ad Astra Abyss.
Oh my gosh. Nggak ngecek tadi ada saya. Bisa batal gak? Iya bisa. Oke. Oh my god.
All the world holds dear
Oke,
is
kita
but
kembali.
The Winter Shogun approaches.
Suara gamenya jelas kan?
Oh, so cozy and warm. Paimon's getting nice and toasty. Oh, wait. Paimon only introduced herself so far, didn't she? This is Paimon's best friend,
Oh, jelas
the
banget
Traveler.
suara.
Good to meet you. I'm Alosha. Most travelers find this
Nah,
Neshnayan
suaranya
climate
ya.
to be a shock to the
Tuh.
system at first. But
Oke,
as
abis
long as you
ini
keep
kita
yourself
chatting.
warm, you should be fine. Still, you should keep an eye on your condition.
Atau ini dikecilin.
When people are too quick to dismiss a cold, it can easily end up turning into something more serious.
Don't say that. Paimon's too young for chronic health issues.
They aren't in town right now, and they won't be back anytime soon. The train station has been closed ever since these power shortages began. I do a lot of hunting, so I spend most of my time exposed to the elements. But even the animals wouldn't survive long in a storm like this, let
Gimana
alone a
suara?
hunter. Nothing to
Suaranya
do
aman
but sit
ya?
tight in town until the weather improves.
Apa dikecilin lagi?
I get that you're in a hurry, but even if the station were open, that doesn't mean there'd be any trains. We could end up stuck here for a long time, I'm afraid.
Sebenarnya aku punya keretaku sendiri.
What? Your
Yeah.
own train? Wait, hold on. That train? The one that suddenly fell out of the sky and crash landed on the ice?
Iya, iya.
Oh,
Iya.
we got lucky and found it in a cave. Oh, then our luck ran out and we had a little accident.
Pretty crazy for a random find in the mountains. Well, as long as your train's good to roll, you might get to Snezhnegrad after all. I've been doing some digging recently. Turns out, the real reason for the current energy crisis in Stratomeros is that some of the supply is being seized for a private stockpile. But to expose what's going on, I need to catch them in the act. So, I'm heading off to catch a rabbit.
Huh? Wait, a rabbit stole the crystal?
It's a figure of speech. Real rabbits couldn't pull this off. They prefer carrots to Kresnik Crystal anyway. Shishkin, Mr. Positive Attitude, let's all get along now, shall we?
Him? Really? Paimon never would have guessed.
Huh? You're coming with?
Oh, okay then. Just give Paimon a second to get ready. Alright. Guess there's no point pushing myself. Paimon will stay here and hold the fort then. Be careful, you two.
Oh yeah, there's one more introduction to do. Tagarin, get in here.
Oh, a doggy. Oh, angry doggy. Oh, Tugarin doesn't like being petted then.
He likes to think he's above that kind of thing. He's my hunting partner, so he'll be joining us when we head out. Carrots aside, we'll need to stay completely undetected. We can't risk spooking our rabbit, or there's no telling which burrow he'll scurry back into. First, we need to find a way into the train station and see if we can find any real freight data. Shishkin's figures can't be trusted. Then, we get Tugarin to catch a scent and find out which way the crystal went. What are you eating?
Oh, check it out. When you're all out of carrots, try jerky. Good doggy. Good doggy.
A fellow dog lover, huh?
Yup. And rabbit lover. Carrots are great too, you know.
Good to know. Eat up, Tugarin. We got a lot of work to do.
Ngapain? Ngapain? Nggak bisa jatuh. Oh my god. Sama Cihong. D. Mana tuh?
Wait.
Apa nih?
Nice work, Tugarin. Come on, we'll go around.
I don't get it. Ini apa enggak? Nunduk.
This way. We'll enter from the upper floor.
Kirain tadi gue baru loncat-loncat juga tadi, agak takut. Hah? Gila. Apa ini?
There we go. A freight list. Straight from the Fatui. So Shishkin won't have had the chance to doctor the figures. Looks as new as the day it was printed. I guess no one bothers reading these unless they have ulterior motives. Yeah, this is all we need. Come on, let's get out of here. then go track down the crystal. Tugarin's a keen hunter, and catching rabbits is his specialty.
Bentar ya. Izin sudah di kolom chat, Kak. Dia untuk bagian 2 ada 2 chat di sana. Banget. Kocak banget ya. Karena aku bilang aku nyambi. Ini nih susahnya live stream. Karena sambil ditinggal gamenya. Oke, kita harus menemukan jejakmu yang mencurigakan. Tekan untuk melakukan gerakan yang menurunkan kewaspadaan orang lain. Oke. Kita jadi wolfie-nya ya. Kita jadi wolfie-nya. Endus. Oke. Ada 3. Endus. Oke, kita ambil di sini dulu yang nggak ada orangnya. Oke, mumpung orang-orang nggak lihat ya, kita ambil dulu di sini dekat-dekat. Oke, kita udah tahu ya andesnya ada di sana. Kita jalan-jalan dulu aja ke yang paling jauh. Itu diperhatiin tuh. Balik, mundur.
But if he picks up the scent of crystal somewhere and there's no stove around, that's how we know something's up.
Oke. Ada yang mencurigakan di sini ya. Masih. Udah ketemu.
This must be the rabbit's warren. Good job, boy. Sure enough, there's a tunnel. You stay here and keep watch. I'm gonna take a look inside.
Thanks for looking out for us. Things are getting tougher by the day.
No need to thank me. It's my pleasure. Sure is Her Majesty the Tsaritsa watching over us. Every sacrifice will be worthwhile. Let's grit our teeth until the blizzard passes. These days of hardship will be over soon.
Maybe for everyone else, Liaison Shishkin. But for you, the hard times have only just begun.
Huh? Who are you? What's the matter?
I just had a question for you. Why, when times are as tough as this, would someone hoard more Kresnik Crystal than they could ever use? All the crates here are from the most recent shipment, but they weren't brought here for sale. Instead, they were secretly stashed away. Would you be able to shed any light on the situation, Mr. Shishkin?
Me? Why, I have no idea. But look at how much there is. It's quite a godsend. Now there will be plenty to go around.
This godsend was found in a cellar adjacent to your residence following a tip from Mr. Alosha. And this is only a fraction of what we found down there. We're still taking a full inventory. The official figures will be finalized shortly. I've always been grateful for your efforts to mediate between us and the townspeople of Sretomaros. But now, Mr. Shishkin, it appears you were the source of the conflict all along.
How could you do this to us?
We trusted you to have our backs. You've been lying to us this whole time?
Hey, I owe you all an apology. I'm sorry. I'm so very sorry. This isn't who I am. Please believe me, this was a one-time mistake that I will never repeat. We all know how difficult life has been since Project Stuja came into force. Energy is an increasingly scarce resource. People everywhere are getting desperate. But some places have been hit harder than others. I grew up in Alatir, a small village with no train station. Deliveries of Kresnik Crystal have ceased there entirely. If nothing is done, they're all going to freeze to death. You know as well as I do how downright impossible it is to buy Crystal these days. The thought of my poor mother and father, with no one to help them, I felt so afraid. I watched as energy grew scarcer by the week, all the while knowing that their lives were at risk. Then one day, I looked. Looks like I'm just not cut out to be a criminal. I'm so sorry. Once the Fatui have finished their count, you'll see that the numbers match their waybill. I have the official Snezhnayan quotas here. Anyone who has already purchased energy, please make your way over here to correct your transactions. I'll make a batch purchase of Crystal worth 3 months' salary for you all to use free of charge. As for Alatir, I'll think of something else.
You don't have to go that far.
Yeah, owning up to your mistake is enough for me. You've done plenty of good for the community in the past. I'm not looking for a handout.
Drop the act. You claim this was a one-time mistake, but the real reason there's only one shipment's worth of stolen Crystal in your basement is that you have an accomplice.
Reporting in, sir. We've conducted a full search of the mayor's house. As expected, we found many crates full of Crystal, half of which were still in their original shipping containers.
This wasn't your first time at all. You've been colluding with the mayor of Sretomaros for a long time now. The train station's currently out of service, but it does open for a short window every time there's an energy delivery. And every time a train pulls in, you're there on site to take inventory and oversee the workers unloading the cargo. The mayor handpicks said workers. Per his instructions, they transport the Crystal by tunnel at night to the mayor's house, and he sells it out of town. But since he can't get the goods out of town by train, he had to arrange an alternative method of transportation. This meant slower sales, which gave me plenty of opportunity to catch him in the act.
Wait, the mayor's involved in this too?
Preposterous. What proof do you have of any of this?
Basic math. I've spent a lot of time lately counting carriages as the snowstorm rages.
Counting carriages? What?
The energy consumed by a train depends on its total weight. And since energy is a limited resource right now, it's fair to assume that every carriage is packed full. So, if we take the energy required for the Kresnik's torch, add the sales figures you provided, then compare that figure to the train's theoretical cargo capacity, guess what? The numbers never match. It's always off by 1 or 2 carriages worth. This time, you set a new record. 3 carriages missing.
You mean to tell me that you sat around outside, counting carriages, in this weather?
I'm a hunter. I have 2 options. Hunt or starve.
Well, I've heard enough. The evidence speaks for itself. Take Shishkin and the mayor into custody and escort them back to Snezhnograd.
You cocky little brat! Ruining my business! Just you wait.
Yeah, something felt off. So I just followed my gut. Math isn't my strong suit, though. I'm lucky my dad made me learn enough to get by, but all this number crunching was a million times harder than the aim and fire work I'm used to.
Thank you for your assistance. You're a brave lad. Shishkin was quite the cunning criminal, as I'm sure you can tell. He did all of this right under our noses, and we never suspected a thing.
A wolf in sheep's clothing. He had everyone fooled.
Even with that sob story he fed us. He was probably trying to keep the mayor out of it, not just mask his own motives. Without the compelling case he put together, even I might have fallen for it. Alosha, was it? Tell me, are you really a hunter?
We can go find some wild animals if you want. I'll fire off a couple of shots, and you'll see whether I'm the real deal.
I didn't mean to cast suspicion on your identity. It's just... well, I'm sure you've heard of the Rokot. Recently, they've been recruiting people with your kind of talent. They hide in plain sight under false identities, working against Project Stusha, sometimes directly opposing the Tsaritsa herself. They aren't a violent organization, and their goal is to improve the lives of the common folk. But still, as a member of the Fatui, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't keep tabs on them.
First I've heard of this. I don't really keep up with what goes on in the city. All I know is, people who don't mind their own business in the city end up paranoid about everything. As for me, I just couldn't stand Shishkin. I'm from Alatir myself, and I can tell you, nobody's lived there in years. Why would an abandoned village need Crystal? Of course, no one really cares about the fate of that place. I'm guessing today is the first you've heard of it.
I see. It does sound quite tragic. Really. Well, thanks again for your assistance, and your friend here too. I will report this incident to Snezhnograd. The Fatui will take over energy distribution until new officials are appointed. We'll also ensure that the train station resumes normal service as soon as possible. Looks like it's my turn to brush up on math now. I never liked it as a kid either.
Don't mention it. Isn't the soldier overseeing the delivery supposed to verify the quantity of the goods? Was he just careless? Or was he being paid off too? Who knows? Excuse me. I'll take a share of Kresnik Crystal too. Thanks. I need to take a detour before we head back. There's someone I have to deliver this crystal to. Hang tight for a moment. This old lady, she doesn't really know who's who anymore.
grandson. It's so cold today. You must be freezing.
Ma'am, it's me, Alosha.
Alosha? Alosha who?
You know me. I came by earlier today. Cleaned the ashes out of your stove, gave you some warmer bedding, and washed your back.
I'm sorry, I don't remember. Now, how often do I get to see my grandson? Hmm? Come on, take a seat and relax while I fix you something to eat.
It's okay. You just rest. I'm fine.
Oh, you. It's nice to come and visit your old granny once in a while, isn't it? Sretomaros, a good town. All sorts of things to do and people to meet. And the local officials are good to us. Sit down, come on, take a seat. I still have some fruit left. Let me get it for you.
Please, don't get up on my account. You need to rest. Where's the fruit?
Right under the basket by the door. Or maybe it was on the bedside cabinet. Well, grandson dear, do you like it?
Very much, ma'am. It's delicious.
Good, good. Wonderful.
You don't need to save any more for me next time, all right? Fresh fruit is hard to come by at the moment. You should eat it as soon as you get it.
Oh, I don't need it. I'm fine. But if you like it, come back for some more soon.
Some kind soul must have given these to her. But she always saves the nicer things for special occasions. I met her at the market back before her health began declining. She was a lovely old lady. We're from the same hometown. Not many people have heard of Alatir. And if they have, it's usually for all the wrong reasons. There's a gang of highwaymen that came from there. Now that it's an abandoned village, it's rare to find anyone who shares fond memories of our hometown. So after we got talking and realized we were from the same place, we decided to keep in touch by letter. I first learned of Sretomaros' energy supply problems from a passing comment in one of her letters. Then, after her health went downhill, I started visiting more often to check in on her. The town's been in decline for a while now, but because of her memory problems, she thinks of it as the bustling, prosperous Sretomaros still in its heyday. That said, I kind of appreciate her optimism. There's not much of it going around in this world of ice and snow.
Maaf, mungkin aku tidak seharusnya bertanya.
It's fine. Everyone grows old. In Snezhnaya, some people believe that in your final moments, you'll sense a familiar presence by your side.
Snezhnaya perbatasan.
You turn to look at them, but their face is blurry. So you focus hard, trying to make out who it is. And when you finally see their face, the Grim Reaper reaches out and takes your life. She still calls me grandson, though. So at least I'm not a blurry face in her world just yet. Come on, let's get back and see how Paimon's doing.
Oke, kita kembali ke tempat tinggalnya Alyosha. Di sini ya tadi ya? Apa naik ke atas? Naik ke atas ya? Lupa. Lewat mana? Lewat mana? Aku lupa. Udah jalan. Racing.
Paimon, we're back. Are you feeling any better?
Oh. Yep. Paimon's not cold anymore. But she's still a little dizzy. Flying probably isn't a good idea right now. Paimon might lose her balance. But Paimon's sure she'll be fine. It's probably just from getting hit on the head by that pile of snow when we first arrived in Snezhnaya.
Her complexion's looking much better. Let's keep an eye on her.
Sure. But enough about that. How did everything go on your end? Are you all set? Did you have any trouble?
I'll explain. It's a bit of a long story.
Lucu. Jeez. You guys got pretty busy. Sounds like the liaison officer and the mayor were running quite an operation. Good riddance to both of them. It's a good thing you managed to catch them. So, you said the train station will open again soon, right? And everyone has enough crystal now?
Yeah. Well, enough to survive at least. Project Stuja isn't going away anytime soon. People will still have to scrimp and save to make ends meet.
Sebenarnya, apa yang ingin dicapai oleh Tsaritsa?
Don't know. The goal of Project Stuja is to gather energy for the Tsaritsa, but no one knows where that energy's going. It's never been made public. The thing is, we were told that the project would only last for 6 months, but time and time again, they keep extending it.
Extending it? Does that mean the Tsaritsa's plan isn't going very smoothly?
That's what everyone suspects. In principle, any proposed extension needs to pass by majority vote in the Snezhnograd Veche. But even though opposition has been growing, any detractors end up caving into political pressure from the rooster, Pulcinella. He's the chair of the Snezhnograd Veche and a key figure in the voting process. He has the backing of many powerful and influential people.
Kedengarannya seperti hal biasa bagi Fatui.
How come the Fatui are picking on ordinary people even here in Snezhnaya?
I don't see it like that. Fundamentally, the Fatui will always think and act in the Tsaritsa's interests. But that doesn't mean they don't care about the plight of the common folk. The only reason Stratomiro still receives crystal shipments is because of a relief proposal put forward by the rooster himself. Then there's the Fatui soldiers providing support in every corner of the nation. Even the Northland Bank provided some mora for disaster relief, and they're as conservative and indifferent as they come. It's just that the rich and powerful in their fancy palaces live in a completely different world from us. There's always gonna be some conflict when those worlds collide.
Rokok.
Yeah, well, even though we all believe in Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, there are still many differences of opinion on how best to tackle the big issues of the day. Regular folk don't have an easy way of getting their voices heard in Snezhnograd, while the rich and powerful are either unwilling or afraid to speak out for all sorts of complicated reasons. The Rokad provides the disaffected with false identities and an outlet to vent their frustrations. Of course, an organization like that exists in a gray area. The moment the Veche think they've crossed a line, there's sure to be a crackdown. But so far, they've been doing their best to help the common folk.
Mereka terdengar mirip dengan.
Like us, don't you mean? You didn't hesitate to join in. You're not new to this, I can tell.
That's because we're adventurers. It's our job to help people out with commissions and get to the bottom of things.
Sounds like we're going to get along. So, what's your business in Snezhnograd? Aside from taking your friend to see a doctor, of course.
I want to meet the Tsaritsa. It's complicated. I've had run-ins with many of the Harbingers along the way, and I really need to know what the Tsaritsa is up to. Her ultimate goal, what the Gnosis mean in all of this. Since I've made it this far in my journey, I have to find the truth, whatever it takes.
Wait, so... No way. Are you who I think you are?
Sounds like you've heard of us then. We're getting more famous by the day.
I didn't realize I was in the company of giants. Honestly, we're all as curious as you are about what the Tsaritsa's planning, and why it has to involve us freezing to death in the snow. But getting in the same room as her won't be easy. The common folk aren't permitted to meet her at the best of times. And right now, she's probably not even in Snezhnograd. Word is, she's heading east on a campaign to slay a monster. Yeah, so you've heard of it. A wild, unpredictable monster with the power to summon snowstorms. It also absorbs everything around it into its body, so it's growing constantly. Now, it's so big that the Tsaritsa has deemed it the #1 threat. Luckily, as it grew, it became increasingly less mobile, so it doesn't pose an immediate threat to this town or to Snezhnograd. I'm sure that Tsaritsa and her personal guard, the Druzhna, won't have any trouble defeating the creature between them. It's just a question of how long it'll take. Suffice to say, you won't be seeing her anytime soon. You'll have to wait until she gets back. Fair. Well, the Fatui will be taking over management of the train station for the time being. Things should be up and running by tomorrow. Once it's open, we can see about getting your train towed to the station.
Whoa! That's gotta take a lot of manpower. Are you sure we can talk them into it?
The Fatui aren't exactly spotless in this whole mess. Plus, we helped them out. Should be easy enough to negotiate. As far as I know, all the paperwork is dealt with upon manufacture. I've never seen anyone check it, so I wouldn't worry. Having a train makes everything much easier. We'll reach Snezhnograd in no time. I need to head there myself anyway. Got some game to trade for Mora. I know a good doctor in the city. I'll introduce you when we get there.
Oh, thanks so much. Let's get a good night's sleep ahead of our big trip tomorrow.
Ini kalau live Genshin emang agak-agak ya agak kurang. Terima kasih banget loh buat teman-teman semua yang udah nontonin dari awal banget. Masih banyak semuanya. Sampai jumpa di the next live stream. Karena kita masih banyak yang harus dijelajahi, atau mungkin nanti live streamnya kalau udah mau nge-full Odette aja. Kita belum tahu ya full atau enggaknya ini. Intinya nanti sampai jumpa lagi, kalian tunggu aja live streamnya yang tidak ada jadwal ini. Thank you so much. Mungkin Mei bakalan rajin tiba-tiba kan live stream, tapi biasanya live stream mute stream juga kayaknya, jadi belum tahu. So thank you so much buat semuanya. Sampai jumpa lagi.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life.
Sampai jumpa lagi semua. This is your watermelon. Watermelon. Bye.